morning to all of you. Yesterday, in previous lecture, we have discussed about SN1 mechanism. In continuation of SN1 mechanism, today we have to discuss about stereochemistry part of SN1 mechanism. Yesterday we have discussed about some of the points related to SN1 mechanism. What is the type of alkyl halide used, what is the type of solvent used, like that, what is the kinetic part of SN1 reaction. Yesterday we have discussed all those points related to SN1 mechanism. SN1 mechanism, as already mentioned, it's an unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Molecularity as well as order of the reaction is found to be same, that is equal to 1. And another important point, SN1 mechanism favors in presence of, it takes place in presence of polar protic solvent. Wherever the polar protic solvent is there, usually that reaction takes place through SN1 mechanism. The best example for polar protic solvent, yesterday I mentioned, it may be water, it may be an alcohol, methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, so many different types of solvents are using for SN1 mechanism. Today we have to concentrate on the stereochemistry part of SN1 reaction. Stereochemistry of SN1 reaction. Now what is the stereochemical part related to SN1 mechanism? SN1 reaction or SN1 mechanism. Stereochemistry part. So here in case of SN1 mechanism, the molecule undergoes substitution reaction, nucleophilic substitution reaction, and whenever the molecule undergoes substitution reaction, there is a formation of both retention of configuration as well as inversion of configuration takes place. What is the meaning of retention of configuration and inversion of configuration and how it takes place? And usually any molecule which is undergoing this particular SN1 mechanism, it is supported by that racemic mixture or racemization. Let us consider one example for this particular formation of racemic mixture. So if you consider one of the compound, here I will consider the compound, this is carbon, it is PH, that is phenyl group is there, this is found to be bromide, Br. Now this is found to be hydrogen, next one another group is there, this is CH3. Now this carbonatum is referred to be as chiral carbonatum. Whenever there is a presence of chiral carbonatum, then only you can proceed for the particular racemic formation of racemic mixture. If you take this particular molecule, halogen is present here, this is phenyl group, this is methyl group, and this is found to be hydrogen. Whenever this particular substance undergoes hydrolysis, if it is subjected to the process of hydrolysis, that is at low temperature, the OH minus ion replaces. It is a substitution reaction. This bond is cleaved out and OH minus attacks on that one. So this is PH. Next one is found to be, this is CH3. Next one is found to be H, and this is found to be usually it is OH. If you mention only about this particular product in this SN1 reaction, then it is said to be incorrect. Why only such type of only one product cannot be found in case of SN1 reaction? As I mentioned already, SN1 reaction proceeds through, that is, it involves in the formation of racemic mixture, so only one product cannot be found here. Then what is the mechanism related to this hydrolysis of the given molecule? Mechanism. As we have yesterday discussed about SN1 mechanism in detail, it consists of two steps. First one, ionization of the alkyl halide takes place, and second one, attack of nucleophile takes place. First, in the first step, ionization of this particular alkyl halide takes place. This is an it may be an alkyl halide, even though there is a presence of pH group, we can consider that one as an aryl halide. It makes no difference. Now here, first step, ionization of the molecule takes place. What happens? This is CH3. Next one, this is found to be carbon, it is PH, this is bromine, and next one is found to be hydrogen. In this molecule, if this bond undergoes cleavage, there is a formation of an intermediate. What is the intermediate produced in case of this particular reaction? That is, the formation of carbocation takes place. Now, this is carbonatum. It is a methyl group CH3. This is found to be hydrogen and this is found to be pH, and this carbon atom carries positive charge. In addition to this one, there is a formation of Br minus. This is a carbocation produced in case of the first step, that is a carbocation formation takes place. Now this one is going to be having the vacant orbitals are there present on this carbon atom. Due to the presence of vacant orbital, the nucleophile attack takes place on this particular carbocation, either from this particular side or from this particular side. Attack of nucleophile takes place on this carbon atom from the front side as well as from the back side. When the nucleophilic attack takes place in case of this molecule, so what type of products are produced here? This is second step we are going to be considering here. Second step, this is the carbocation produced in case of the first step pH, and this is going to be the CH3. Next one is going to be hydrogen. Okay, this is the carbocation. When this carbocation is attacked by the respective nucleophile, this is the OH minus. What is the second step? Attack of nucleophile and the carbon atom takes place. When the nucleophilic attack takes place on the corresponding carbocation, what type of product is possible here? This is the pH. It is going to be the OH group. Next one is going to be hydrogen. This is methyl group. This methyl group I have mentioned here. Hydrogen is also present. pH is also present. This OH minus attacks. This OH minus attacks on this particular carbon atom. How this particular OH minus attacks on this carbon atom? It is this particular OH minus attacks just from the similar side of the corresponding bromine atom. Whenever there is an attack of particular nucleophile from the same side, that particular configuration is known as retention of configuration. Now this product is going to be the retention product of this particular molecule or carbocation. Similarly, if OH minus attacks on the rear side, that is from the back side, then what is the nature of this molecule? Just these two groups will be interchanged. Now this is pH, this becomes what? CH3. Now this is going to be hydrogen, this is again OH group. Now here OH ion, that is OH minus ion, attacks from the back side. When the OH minus attacks from the back side, this configuration is referred to be as what? Inversion of configuration. What happens in case of retention and what happens in case of inversion? Concentrate carefully. The particular OH minus ion attacks from the same side of the existing nucleophile. This is the existing nucleophile. By removing this particular bromide ion, if OH minus attacks on the same side, the configuration is generally called as what? Retention of configuration. And if OH minus attacks from the back side, opposite side, this is going to be commonly called as rear side, then that configuration is referred to be as what? Inversion of configuration. Whether this particular retention and inversion, already we have discussed in previous class. Retention and inversions are found to be forming racemic mixture. Definitely this particular product, the mixture of these two product is forming the particular, I'll mention here, it is said to be the racemic mixture. It is found to be racemic mixture. Racemic mixture is nothing but it is an equimolar proportion of D and L isomer. One isomer is a D, another isomer is going to be L. It need not to be essentially this is D and this is L, this may be L or this may be corresponding D. With the help of this particular structure, it is not possible to assign D or corresponding L isomer, but we can say that retention as well as inversion of configuration. In the previous class, while discussing about the concept of retention and inversion, whenever molecule undergoes retention as well as corresponding inversion, formation of both the particular compound takes place means that mixture is commonly referred to be as racemic mixture. So what is the meaning of racemic mixture? It is an equimolar proportion or equimolar mixture of the retention of configuration as well as what? Inversion of configuration takes place. So the main product obtained in case of hydrolysis of this particular molecule is going to be both retention of configuration as well as inversion of configuration. Another important point to be remembered in case of this particular retention as well as inversion, whether it is going to be 50% or 50%, whether it is going to be always equal proportion, it need not to be in equal proportion. Sometimes the total percentage of the compound which is formed by retention and total compound formed by the inversion, it is not said to be always 50% and 50%. Usually what happens, the particular product which is going to be formed in case of retention of configuration, it is less than 50%. And usually inversion of configuration is going to be more than 50%. Usually. Why it happens? Why this is going to be less than 50% and why this inversion of configuration is said to be greater than 50%? It is very clear from this one. Whenever the cleavage of the bond takes place between carbon as well as halogen, after complete amount of cleavage, certain amount of Br minus is also present. It is going to be surrounding over this particular space. Because of that reason, the incoming nucleophile, that is going to be OH minus. OH minus easily it never attacks from the same side as the existing nucleophile takes place. This OH minus attacks from the opposite side. Here also it attacks from the corresponding same side, but percentage of that particular attack from the same side is going to be very less when compared to the attack of the particular nucleophile opposite side. Hence, inversion configuration is going to be slightly greater when compared to what? Retention of configuration. So this mixture is commonly called as a racemic mixture. Usually in most of the examples, what is the product obtained in case of SN1 mechanism? If any molecule undergoes SN1 mechanism, formation of racemic. Generally we say that racemic mixture formation takes place. But in some of the cases, in some of the molecule, there is no formation of racemic mixture. In most of the cases it takes place, but there are some examples, there are some different types of compounds where there is no formation of racemic mixture also. Because if you take such type of simple compound, formation of racemic mixture takes place, but there are some different types of compounds, there is no formation of what? Racemic mixture. Then what are the different types of molecules where there is no formation of racemic mixture? This is one simple example how the SN1 mechanism proceeds through the formation of what? Racemic mixture, that is retention of configuration as well as inversion of configuration. Now in addition to this one, if you observe the configuration, that is stereochemistry, whether it is having R configuration or S configuration, if you relate to this particular molecule, the original molecule, now this is the first priority, bromine is there, second priority it is carbon bond is there, it is only carbon atom, third priority, this is fourth priority. Here the direction is going to be in case of anti-clockwise direction. When it is going to be anti-clockwise direction, the particular configuration is called as S. Now what is the configuration related to this particular molecule? This is going to be OH first priority, oxygen is there, it is second priority, this is third priority, and this hydrogen is fourth priority. Now here also it is going to be taking place in anti-clockwise direction. It is also referred to be as S isomer. Now if you observe this particular inversion configuration, this is first priority, oxygen, second priority is this one, the third one is this, fourth one is going to be hydrogen. Now here rotation takes place in case of clockwise. When the rotation takes place in case of clockwise, it is called as R isomer. Whenever S isomer gets converted into R isomer, S isomer is converted into R isomer, it is commonly called as inversion of configuration. Remember, S isomer gets converted into R isomer, it is called as inversion of configuration. If S isomer converts into again S isomer, it is commonly called as retention of configuration. S into S or R into R is retention. S into R or R into S is commonly called as what? Inversion of configuration. So in any particular molecule, the configuration is going to be changes from S to R inversion or R to S, it is also inversion. If it is from S to S or from R to R, the configuration is referred to be as what? This retention of configuration. From the a particular molecule is having S configuration, one of the molecule is converted into R isomer, another is going to be converted into S isomer. This particular substance is forming what? Enantiomers. What that is? Mirror images of each other. That is nothing but racemic mixture. These are going to be commonly called as enantiomers. This is the stereochemistry aspect of SN1 mechanism. I have explained with one simple example. Okay, here in case of this one, there is no rearrangement takes place in this particular molecule. Now I will explain with another particular example where there is a rearrangement. Yesterday we have discussed the points related to SN1 mechanism. There is a rearrangement takes place if the stability of carbocation changes from primary to secondary or secondary to tertiary or from primary to corresponding what the tertiary carbocation. Now this is an SN1 mechanism without any type of rearrangement. Copy it first. Over. Copy it first. Now let us move to another example. Another example. This is wait. Second example we consider. What's the difference between first example and second example? This is SN1 mechanism takes place. SN1 mechanism takes place with certain rearrangement. SN1 mechanism with rearrangement. So how this particular mechanism takes place with certain amount of rearrangement? For that we have to take another example. Here I will go with one particular compound. This is CH2, this is Cl, it is CH, this one is PH. You can take this is, you can take another one group. You can go with CH2CH3 or CD3, no problem. So this is the molecule which undergoes SN1 mechanism with certain amount of rearrangement. If this particular molecule is in presence of polar solvent at low temperature, no doubt it undergoes SN1 mechanism. Then what is the product? Whether it forms only retention of configuration or inversion of configuration or racemic mixture. Now this is the molecule where this carbonatum is referred to be as the chiral carbonatum. This is chiral carbonatum. What happens in case of first step? First step, you know very well, the formation of carbocation takes place, that is ionization of halogen compound takes place. This is CD3, next one CH, it is the PH, CH2, this is Cl. In first step, the formation of carbocation takes place, that is possible by the cleavage of this particular carbon halogen bond. Now the molecule is CD3, right? This is CH. Next one PH, you can take any particular groups, and it is CH2 plus. This chlorine is converted into Cl minus ion. It is the carbocation. What type of carbocation it is? Primary carbocation. Now there is a possibility of conversion of primary carbocation into tertiary carbocation. How that primary carbocation converts into tertiary carbocation? Just to observe, this particular primary into tertiary takes place by hydride shift, H minus shift. That is possible. This hydrogen which is present on the carbon atom, this hydrogen is shifting from this carbon atom to carbon atom carrying positive charge. Now this is the hydrogen, right? Now this hydrogen is shifted over this particular carbon atom. Basically this was the primary carbocation. Now after the shift, what happened? This is CD3. Next one C, it is pH. After this it is CH3, where should write positive charge on this carbon atom. Now this carbocation is tertiary carbocation, 3-degree carbocation is there. Why we have to go with such type of change? Because of the stability of carbocation. Basically, this particular mechanism takes place wherever there is a possibility of conversion of lower stability stable carbocation to higher stable carbocation. So this is the particular molecule. Now, in this case, this is the CD3, this is carbon atom, it is the pH. Next one is, what is the other group? It is CH3. If you observe this particular molecule, this is the carbon atom with positive charge. Attack of nucleophile takes place. That particular OH minus attacks on two different sides. If the OH minus attacks from the same side, from the existing nucleophile, it is commonly called as retention of configuration. What I should write here? This is the particular carbon atom. It is the group that is pH. This is CH3. Next one is going to be what? It is CD3, and this is the OH group. Now, if you compare with this particular molecule, the original molecule, and this one, there is a change. Why change is going to be observed? Because of the particular rearrangement reaction, that is conversion of primary into tertiary carbocation. Now, wherever such type of configuration takes place, it is generally OH minus attacks from the same side of the existing nucleophile. So this particular configuration is retention of configuration. It is retained. Now in case of another particular case, this is carbon, it is pH, next one is CH3, this is going to be what? OH, and this is CD3. If CD3 is going to be here, if goes here, then OH minus attacks on opposite side, and this type of configuration is generally called as what? Inversion of configuration. Whether it leads to the formation of reciproc mixtures, whether these two are found to be mirror images of each other, definitely these two are found to be mirror images of each other. Now this particular mixture is referred to be as a racemic mixture. It is a mixture of one retention of configuration, another one is going to be inversion of configuration. So these two products are forming what? A racemic mixture. If you observe this stereochemistry, that is S isomer and R isomer, here probably if this is going to be the S isomer, it gets converted into same S, it is called as retention. If this is going to be S, this one will be what? R isomer, it is commonly called as what? Inversion of configuration. So it is mixture of retention and inversion, this one forms a racemic mixture. Here chlorine atom, after removal of the corresponding halogen atom, OH minus directly does not attack on this carbon atom only. First formation of such type of carbocation takes place. Again carbocation undergoes rearrangement to convert into tertiary. Wherever such type of possibility of conversion of lower stable carbocation into higher carbocation, then such type of shift takes place. Afterwards attack of the nucleophile takes place, then that results in the formation of racemic mixture. Here also the percentage of inversion is going to be always greater when compared to what? Percentage of retention of configuration. You can identify with respect to this molecule whether it is having S or R. If it is S, that's retention of configuration is also S, because S into S is retention. If this is found to be R, retention is also found to be R, because R into R is also found to be retention of configuration. Suppose if this is found to be S, this should be R, because S into R is commonly called as what? Inversion of configuration. So this is another example. In the first example, I have explained about SN1 mechanism, how it takes place without any rearrangement. This is another example where SN1 mechanism takes place with a certain amount of rearrangement to convert more stable carbocation. Just to copy, I'll go with another particular example. What is that example? I'll explain. Just to copy it. Okay. One more example we have to discuss. After that, we'll finish this particular SN1 mechanism. Next example, example number 3. SN1 mechanism without racemic mixture. Without racemic mixture. What's the meaning of this one? In the beginning of today's class, just I have mentioned the formation of racemic mixture takes place, but it is not the compulsory condition in case of SN1 mechanism to form the racemic mixture. Usually it takes place, but there are some molecules, there are some examples where there is no formation of racemic mixture. Now we have to deal with that particular kind of example. SN1 mechanism takes place but without a particular racemic mixture. If you observe this particular molecule, one simple compound, this is bromine, it is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, this is pH, it is CD3, this is CH3. So this is the one molecule where the molecule is, when it undergoes SN1 mechanism, here the nucleophile is going to be OH minus, this is subjected to low temperature. Any type of nucleophile you can consider OH minus or some other particular nucleophile. Now here this particular product, whatever the product is obtained, the product is not an racemic mixture. How the product is not found to be racemic mixture, just I'll explain with the help of this particular example. Now you observe there is a halogen atom here, this is the bromine atom which is connected to carbon atom having pH. Now pH means it is found to be respective carbocation formation takes place. Any particular carbocation with a pH or phenyl group is said to be always more stable because of resonance. Now the cleavage of this carbon halogen bond takes place. When the cleavage of carbon halogen bond takes place, then there is a possibility of formation of two different products. Two different products formation takes place. Just you observe, this is hydrogen, next one is hydrogen, this is CD3 as it is, this one will be CH3, okay, this is pH, so many you can add any particular group. Now this is going to be OH minus. The nucleophile OH minus replaces this particular existing nucleophile, that is going to be Br. One more product is possible in case of this particular mechanism. What is that one more product? This is hydrogen, next one hydrogen, concentrate here, this is CD3. Three deuterium atoms are connected to carbon atom just like hydrogen. Now it is CH3. This is going to be what? OH, sorry, this is OH and this group is commonly called as pH. Now if you observe this particular molecule, here OH is going to be taking place from the same side, so this is commonly called as what? Retention of configuration, no doubt. It is going to be retention of configuration. Whether this particular configuration is referred to be as inversion of configuration. This particular configuration is referred to be as inversion of configuration. Just you observe this molecule, whether it can be considered as inversion of configuration or not. Just you concentrate on this particular molecule. Then here when we got the retention of configuration, why this particular structure is not considered as an inversion of configuration? Just you observe whether these two particular compounds are found to be mirror images of each other. These two corresponding products are said to be mirror images of each other. Now this is CD3 is going to be there, this is going to be CH3. So this molecule is not the mirror image of each other. So because of that reason, it is not commonly called as inversion of configuration. Another one simple reason why it is not considered as a complete inversion of configuration, if you observe the R and S configuration with respect to this particular compound. Now here, this is CD3, this is CH3 and this is carbon with corresponding bromine atom is there. So with respect to this particular carbon atom, if you consider this carbon atom, it is the first carbon atom, first priority group. Next priority group is going to be CD3, next priority group is going to be CH3 and this is the fourth priority group. How the movement takes place? It is going to be taking place 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 means it is going to be in clockwise direction with respect to this carbon atom. It is called as R configuration. Now here hydrogen is there, it is of lowest priority. First priority is going to be with the bromine atom. Second priority with carbon to carbon, carbon to more number of carbon atoms are there. So this is of what? Second priority. Now this is will be of third priority. Now the movement is going to be taking place. It is in this direction. If it is going to be in case of same clockwise direction 1, 2, 3, it is also commonly called as R configuration. Both the carbon atoms are going to be having R and R configuration. Now with respect to this particular example, if you observe, now here this is the first carbon atom as usual, it is the second carbon atom, this one is second carbon atom, okay, first one and second carbon atom CH3, sorry, this is second carbon atom because deuterium is going to be having higher priority. Now this is of third priority, this is fourth priority. What is the particular direction movement? It is going to be in clockwise, it is commonly called as R configuration. With respect to this one, it is a first carbon atom, pH, sorry. pH means carbon, here this is first priority oxygen. Second priority goes to this particular group. Next priority is going to be with respect to this carbon atom and fourth priority is going to be with respect to hydrogen. It is 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3 means clockwise, it is also called as RR. RR is converted into RR. Now over to this molecule. Here with respect to this particular carbon atom CD3, this is PHOH, carbon is connected to oxygen atom, it is first one, it is second one, this is third one, this is going to be fourth one, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 means it is going to be clockwise R isomer. Now here this is OH, first priority, second priority over this carbon atom, third priority is going to be this group, whole group, this is fourth priority. Here this configuration is going to be anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means it is going to be referred to as S. Now it is R and S. Very clear? If R configuration converts into another R configuration, it is completely called as retention. Suppose when R is converted into S and S, it is commonly called as inversion of configuration. R converted into S and S, it is inversion. But here R gets converted into R and S. When R converted into R and S, it is not completely called as inversion of configuration. It is not referred to be as inversion of configuration. Inversion becomes, when it becomes inversion of configuration, here this particular configuration with respect to this carbon atom is also becomes S. It is commonly called as inversion. But here R gets converted into R and S. Once think clear, R converted into R only, S converted into S only. This is commonly called as retention. It is commonly called as retention. Okay. If R converted into what? S or S converted into R, it is commonly called as inversion of configuration. Now what happens here? R configuration converts into R and S configuration. Because of that reason, this particular configuration is, this particular structure is commonly, it is not considered as inversion. When this is not an inversion, then the question of calling this particular products, it is not forming racemic mixture. So this is an example where there is no formation of racemic mixture in case of this molecule. So this is the example SN1 mechanism without racemic mixture. Usually this particular racemic mixture does not, formation of racemic mixture does not take place when the compound has 2 or more chiral carbon atoms. Usually wherever 2 or more chiral carbon atoms are there, in that case the formation of racemic mixture does not take place. So these are the 3 important examples. In first example, I have clearly explained about the formation of the racemic mixture. That is a simple example. In second example also, I have explained about the formation of racemic mixture with certain amount of rearrangement. And in third example, I have clearly explained about the that particular SN1 mechanism takes place, but without racemic mixture. These are the 3 important examples for SN1 mechanism. Fine, copy it. Copy it fast. Three different types of example for the formation of for the SN1 mechanism. And here condition you have to remember, always there is no formation of racemic mixture. There are some particular examples. One of the example is going to be this one, where there is no formation of racemic mixture. Usually racemic mixture formation takes place, but this was an exceptional case where there is no formation of racemic mixture. This is about SN1 mechanism. So in detail we have discussed about SN1 mechanism with so many examples, points related to SN1 mechanism, characteristics of SN1 mechanism, and yesterday I have discussed about some of the examples where the rate of hydrolysis of SN1 mechanism takes place very easily and where it does not take place. And order of reactivity of this particular alkyl halides towards SN1 mechanism also I have explained. The rate of hydrolysis takes place very easily in case of tertiary alkyl halides compared to secondary compared to what? Primary alkyl halides. So in detail we have completed about SN1 mechanism. Next we have to go with the second mechanism, that is SN2 mechanism. SN2 mechanism. Students, in introduction of this SN1 and SN2 mechanism, I have mentioned very clearly what is the meaning of SN1 and SN2. It is 2 refers to bimolecular, okay, nucleophilic, bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. This is also a type of nucleophilic substitution reaction, but previously that was called as unimolecular. Now it is called as bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. And there is a difference between SN1 as well as SN2 mechanism. After completion of this SN2 mechanism, I will go with the points of differences between SN1 as well as SN2 mechanism. Now in case of this SN2 mechanism, bimolecular nucleophilic substitution, one example I will consider first, one simple example, that is hydrolysis of methyl bromide. Hydrolysis of methyl bromide. How the hydrolysis of methyl bromide takes place with SN2 mechanism? Methyl bromide is a molecule. This first I will mention about the reaction CH3Br. When this CH3Br is treated with the aqueous potassium hydroxide KOH, aqueous potassium hydroxide, it gets converted into CH3OH plus K. This is methyl bromide, common name methyl bromide. IUPAC name is bromomethane. What's the IUPAC name of this one? Methanol compound, and commonly it is called as methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol. If you use OH minus as a nucleophile, this is the reaction. Then how this mechanism takes place? How the mechanism of this particular hydrolysis of methyl bromide is involved? Mechanism. Yesterday we have discussed about SN1 mechanism. What were the number of steps in case of SN1 mechanism? SN1 mechanism takes place in 2 steps. Formation of carbocation in the first case. Second step is going to be attack of nucleophile. But remember, SN2 mechanism takes place in only one step, that is single step reaction. How this particular SN1 mechanism, SN2 mechanism takes place in only one step. First of all, KOH is a molecule for aqueous potassium hydroxide. It dissociates into very easily K plus and OH minus, which is nucleophile here. OH minus serves as a nucleophile. Okay. Now this is a molecule of methyl bromide. This is carbon. It is hydrogen. This is hydrogen. Fine. Now here Br, bromine atom is connected to this particular carbon atom. Here in case of this particular reaction, OH minus attacks on this particular molecule. And you observe very carefully in case of this particular reaction, already there is a particular nucleophile. Br or any particular halogen is also considered as a nucleophile. But if you compare the strength of this nucleophile and strength of this particular nucleophile, OH minus is stronger nucleophile than the particular halogen atom. In presence of this existing halogen, existing nucleophile